You know what it is. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. This is a special time of the year to where the top 10 start rolling in, and this being my first year on YouTube, I'm pretty excited to start rolling out my year-end figures. I still feel like shit, but I'm gonna knock these top 10s out. So anyway we look at it, I'm super duper excited. Join me as we jump into my favorite top 10 Marvel Legends of 2023. Let's get it going. So here we go, slip slide. Starting out this top 10 is gonna be one of my favorite surprise hits of this entire year. I had no idea I was gonna like the figure as much as I did. Whatever, let's just pop it out. Let's go. It's Egghead. It's not just this character alone that I thought was so cool and his head was being so awesome. I mean, it's literally a Conehead figure. How can we not love this, people? Get real. So aside from his awesome look with his awesome face, it's his body too, man. What this body's got to offer. It's just so good. He's just a kit basher's dream, man. I mean, you can just have so many different things with the figure. I mean, you can check out my video. I'll leave a link in the description of all the figures I show off that I've actually made videos for. Any hoot and a poot. This body is just such a great base body that, I mean, the options on what you can do with it are just, you know, endless. I mean, you can change out different white coats and everything else, but what you can create with this, man, like, I don't know. This whole entire wave rode clearance also, so I don't know. I just really hope everybody's scooped up on this thing at a low. The options, man, he can just literally go anywhere. Make him what you want to. Yeah. Look, I know a lot of people are going to be mad about this, but I will give it that it is one of the absolute best sculpted Marvel Legends MCU figures that has ever come out. From the ab down is pretty much just missed opportunity on Hasbro's part. I mean, to not give him a double ab crunch so he could get really down on his glider, to not give him boot cuts, I mean, it was just a bad choice. All right, you can't even get him in his iconic poses from the comics or the movies because his articulation is so limited and really lackluster as shit. But he's only on the list because of how beautiful this figure is. I mean, it's so perfectly well sculpted. With the face sculpt alone, this should be on everybody's top 10 list this year. At least in terms of Marvel Legends. And I'm sure he will be. Probably a lot higher than other people. I mean, for me, he's going to be stuck in this pose on my shelf, and that's just how he's going to be. So I'm fine with that. Let's just move on to the next one. I know what you're thinking. I don't know which one of these is going to be my next one. They pretty much are all on par with how I feel about each one of them. I'm going to go ahead and do this as a precursor. Here we go. The diaphragm joints, I'm not happy with them at all. I don't like how they swivel and break up the costume's patterns. Like right here, it looks very ugly. It needs to be ab crunches up top, and then the swivel needs to be in the diaphragm. That being said, that's one of the main things that bothered me about all these. Let's just say all these were overhyped in my opinion, but there were good and bad things equally with each and every one of them. So I'm just going to do a really quick thing on here where I'm just going to decide on the top of this cuff. So let's just go ahead and figure this out. Deadpool is really good. He is 100% comic accurate. Picture perfect in my honest opinion. Other than the black cuffs, I had to change those out. But they're still fantastic figures. That's why I'm in my top 10. His head was too big to be really useful with a double barbell neck. I believe that's what it's called. This is his up. And that's his down. That is why this figure isn't a definite top for me. Because he doesn't have any real articulation in the neck, even though he has the double barbell neck. So, it's just really kind of perturbing to me in a way, but I can still get over it. It's still a great figure. And keep in mind, just because Hasbro didn't make my perfect Deadpool, I'm not going to hate this figure or talk bad about him. I'm not going to sell him, for sure. I'm not a jerk off. He's just not really what he could have been, I guess, but he's still great. All right, this fella, everybody already knows the issues with him. He didn't come with multiple sets of hands. The weak accessories, even though really, what would you expect accessory-wise to come with Spider-Man other than multiple sets of hands? Maybe alternate unmasked head. They could have at least, though, put in the same hands, multiple sets and stuff, instead of just giving him one wall-crawling hand. That is kind of a weak call out. I would definitely say right off the bat, Deadpool, you're not going to be in this slot, bro. I'm sorry. We'll just go ahead and get you out of here. We're going to scoot you out. Now, with Spider-Man here, yeah, the color scheme's fantastic. This is easily one of my absolute favorite Spider-Man suits of all time as well. I had no idea that I was going to like it as much as I did. Some people weren't too crazy about this teal blue, but man, I think it works. I don't really think it's bothersome at all. Sure, it's probably not like the video game, but I don't get a chance to play that many video games, so I have nothing to base it on other than the upgrade version from the previous release Marvel Legends. Dude, it's phenomenal. I mean, it's fantastic. The web lines, everything about it. The paint apps are great on it. I didn't have any issues other than the bullshit white paint they painted on top of already existing red gloves. Now, as far as Superior Spider-Man, I mean, I've actually had the most fun with him, for sure. If anybody follows me on TikTok, I've made a lot of videos with this guy. Dude, the head is phenomenal. The biggest thing he has going for him is his oversized head. I love the gigantic alien orb eyes. I mean, it's fucking great. I love this figure. But between these two, I would just... which one would I pick up and go with? But this is so Todd McFarlane-esque, and this head, man, it's just... Plus, I mean, it's the hand. It's like if he would have came with 2 wall-crawling hands, then... Man, you would have been taking this spot, bro. I'm sorry. I feel like Andy, dude. Giving him up, man. It's like you're gonna hate me, man. That's weird as fuck to say. No. You're it. You're it, Superior. That's it. Woo! Got it. Next one. Yeah. It's Peter B. Parker. Please don't fall over. Please don't fall over. Yes! You, my friend, are one of the funnest, most goofiest, unlike any other kind of Spider-Man figure or design to ever come out. I love the look of it, man, the sweatpants. I'm glad this version didn't come with the beer belly, but at the same time, kind of wish it did, just so it would be a little bit more obscure. It's his extremities too, man. I like elongation. I like oversized, over-exaggerated features. The Max is a good reference for anybody who doesn't know what the Max is. Surely comic book fans know who that is. Really, really short, stubby legs on a long torso kind of thing. Like, goofy, over-exaggerated features are, oh my gosh, they're like my kryptonite. They make my knee go limp. Oh shit. When you have such a goofy, exaggerated character as well, or so animated, it just makes the poses so much better to get into. You can really break the laws of physics and realism and stuff like that. I mean, I try to go for extreme realism with my poses to where it looks like, yeah, a human could actually be doing that. But when you got cartoons, man, they can go any way you want them to, and that is a sick thing. I don't know what draws people into liking certain action figures at all, but I mean, things like this, that's fantastic. Here comes a crotch shot, hot shot, bang. The more exaggerated and over the top, goofier, the better, man. Pop some shoes on his feet, give him a backpack. But yeah, that's how simple it is. Like, things like this make this figure so fun. This figure should be on everybody's top 10 list. And glamour shot. You know who it is. This is easily such one of the most underrated, I would say, and slept on Iron Man figures, bro. The number one selling point for me was the not Robert Downey Jr. Iron Man mask face. It was very refreshing to have something not so familiar anymore. So bravo to this face. In my video too, I mentioned the Sin City type white balls. Like, this is just such an eye-catching piece. I love it. Not even mentioning the articulation on this with the amazing neck pivot. Oh my god. Oh my god, the neck is so tight. You ain't getting too many Iron Man figures that can look straight up when he's flying. Hasbro, if you're watching this, and we know that you are, please make this the go-to neck for every single Legends figure. Give it the little double ball neck thing, but give this hinge rocker up top for the neck so you can get the most articulation and range in your necks. I would show you the blaster hands, but they are currently on display in my MCU collection on my Iron Man. But those were also the biggest selling point for me, other than knowing that I could see how amazing his neck articulation was. Open blaster hands that can rock up and down. Whoa. Yeah, I want those on my Iron Man figures as well, Hasbro. He is a breath of fresh air in the world of Iron Man, in my honest opinion. It's not the classic red and yellow painted over and over again in a different color scheme. It's not a Robert Downey Jr. Iron Man. And this is the motherfucking Iron Man in my collection. So the next ombre coming into this mix is one that came with a previous figure. Spoiler alert, I'm talking about Bob. Now, I had Absolutely no need or desire to have this figure. I was talking crap about him, like, why would this, of all people, come with a Deadpool 2-pack? Yada, yada. Clearly, I like this figure because now he is way higher than Deadpool. Just blew him out of the water, man. It's the face. It's the amazing face, dude. When I was talking about Peter B. Parker and the fun factor of cartooniness and characters and stuff like that, this face is a part of that as well. This face is just the stupidest smirk. You can have him literally doing anything, holding anything. Why the hell not? A weird random guy to be in your shit. Pinless bodies, of course, is always great. I started messing around with him in different figures and stuff, trying to see all the different yellows that would match up with all the different figures I got. And I came across MCU Loki, man. His hand fits perfect with him. It's the perfect yellow. It's just one extra hand. But man, one extra hand adds so much more possibilities to like what you can do with it, poses, videos, whatever you want to do with it. It was just goofy, off the wall, random. I would literally take him over Deadpool. Wait, I did. Bro, it's just like Eggman. It literally is. I didn't expect to have as much fun as I did with the figure. He is just way more of an exception because I literally was going to sell him. Before I even got the 2-pack in hand, I knew I was selling Bob. And now I'm not selling Bob. Bob's got a firm hand right in this collection. Bye. The web slinging music. All right. Hey, people. Oh, shit. I don't think this is going to come as a shock to anybody that this is so high on my list, as I'm sure he's going to be this high, or if not number one on everybody's list. But bro, he speaks for himself. Just look at him. This is definitely the best MCU Spider-Man that we have ever gotten from Marvel Legends. In terms of any suit from any movie he has shown up in, this is the absolute hands down best. Bootcuts would have made him definitely a lot higher on this list. Bro, it's a pretty much damn near perfect figure. Fun as all get out. Everybody loves him. Everybody's probably sick and tired of seeing him. But guess what? It's the end of the year, and people are going to continue to keep seeing him. Bam! Oh, and Hasbro, since you're watching already, why don't you go ahead and make every single Spider-Man figure from this point forward, especially with MCU, give them wall-crawling hands. Phenomenal choice to finally do that. And the perfect figure to finally give wall-crawling hands to from the MCU. I think it was the web lines, man. I really do. I think it's the web lines that absolutely sell me on this figure. This is easily, absolutely one of my most favorite Spider-Man figures in my entire collection. He is just damn near perfect in every way. I love you so much. Because I got her t-shirt and my panties on. Yeah, dude. Of course it's Black Widow. Why would it not be? Even though Marvel Legends was late to this articulation setup from Hasbro, since they had it going on in Fortnite and G.I. Joe prior, it's still good that it finally trickled its way into the most successful line Hasbro had to offer until recent times. Oh, let's not talk about it. She's fantastic in every way. What you get with this figure, as opposed to the PS5 version of Spider-Man with all the lack of accessories, what you get with her in terms of guns, smoke effects, all the other accessories, the gauntlets, the hands, the 3 heads, it was one of the best buys Marvel Legends has ever produced, for sure. Her articulation is absolutely amazing. The only thing missing is bootcut. I mean, it's the exact same setup as Tom Holland's Spider-Man, as Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, just to name a few. Now, how she is in my display, as much as this is so beautiful of a head sculpt and it looks great and everything like that, that's how she is in my display. And this is so perfect because the skin tones match up. No painting, no customizing at all. Hasbro, please keep this body coming on all your female figures from this point out. You would make a lot more people happy and you would sell a lot more figures.
Am I right, ladies?
Here we go, getting closer. I know. Spot, I know. I thought he was going to be number 1, man. I really did. Dry your eyes, though. Okay, child? We'll be okay. We'll be okay. We'll get through this together. Everything about Spot is the funnest action figure I've bought in a very, very, very long time. I knew he was going to be fantastic from the second I saw the reveal pictures, and as soon as I got him in hand, he didn't disappoint one single bit. I made some shorts. Some went, I guess, viral. Some are still currently being passed around at an alarmingly fast rate. Man, just everything about him. Everything about him is just absolutely tastic. His sprawled out imaginative hands, his limp little noodle hands. Bro, he just can be anything you want him to. Like, he's one of the best kid bashing, customizing figures that there is. I made a video showcasing my love for this figure by dancing with him, swinging him around, taking him with me on trips to the zoo and stuff. Man, we had a good time. We had a date night. He can look serious. He can look cool. Man, it's just like the fun levels with him are absolutely astoundingly everywhere. Limitless even. I'd say if SHF or Mafex ever made a version of him, 1000% sure I would buy him. But it's sad to see him be number 2. I hope number 1 is just as great of a figure, I guess. I don't know. Oh, man, he's so good. But all right, let's get to it. Mother Wolverine, bitch. Yeah, bitch. Oh, it's the best Marvel Legend. I knew the second I opened this figure, people, he was number 1. All my love and adoration I had for Spot, well, kick that shit out the window because, my God, I love this figure. This is literally 1993 Christmas, waking up, going downstairs, seeing Toy Biz Wolverine, Jackie looking cheap yellow and blue suit back in the day like the 5 POAs. My favorite figure growing up as a child. And now I have the updated version. It's like Hasbro literally read my thoughts, pulled exactly what I see Wolverine as, and put it in an action figure form. The pinless stuff and everything, man, like the suit, it's all great. The hood down, it's all fantastic. Even the masked up head is great. It looks phenomenal. It's beautiful. It moves. It is on the most articulated body you could possibly give a legend. Everything about him is just 100% perfect. This is a perfect figure. And because he was so nice, I bought him twice. I bought 5 spots. You know, so like, shouldn't he be number 1?
No.
Yeah, so what an amazing year for Marvel Legends, y'all. There's so many. It was hard to literally narrow it down to this. But I really do appreciate everybody who's watching. I really appreciate everybody who's been finding my channel this year, subscribing, following, commenting, and sharing and everything like that. Literally hundreds of Marvel Legends this year. I can't imagine what everybody's top 10s are. Please shout at me in the comments below. Let me know your top 10s. So I hope everybody has a great weekend. Enjoy the time. It's the new year coming, people. And happy holidays to everybody out there. And if you don't do holidays, well, just have a good day, bro. I'm out. Bye.